Hi guys, Mimi G here. Welcome back to my channel. So I recently picked knitting back up and I've been so obsessed lately. So what happened is during the holidays, I started to feel really sort of burnt out with sewing, but I've been sewing most of my life. It's also part of so many different parts of my businesses. And it's still a hobby and I still do it quite often. So sometimes I just sort of get in this slump where I just don't want to sew, but I still want to do something crafty. So I picked knitting back up. Now, I first learned to knit like 16 years ago. And so I learned how to crochet when I was really young because my grandmother taught me. And crochet was always pretty easy for me and I enjoyed it. But as I got older, I didn't so much like crocheting. So I wanted to learn how to knit. So when I was pregnant with my son, I decided I wanted to learn how to knit. So I did. I started picking it back up. And I only really did like, oh, super basic stuff like scarves, blankets, just a basic old stockinette stitch. And every time that I tried to do something else, like a garment, like knit a garment, the patterns were just intimidating. Like they were hard to follow. There was so many abbreviations. If you've ever seen a knitting pattern, sometimes you'd be like, what is so many abbreviations? And so it was discouraging and I sort of just, I gave up. So I did once when my son was an infant, make him a vest. That's really the only thing I remember ever finishing. And after that, I sort of pick it up every now and then, but I would start a project, but never finish it. And then I would just be like, I'm over it. I might have done a couple of hats because those were always easy. So I wanted to pick knitting back up and I was scrolling Instagram and someone I follow was knitting, Alyssa. And I was like, oh, that's cute. It's a cute pattern. So I went and looked it up and it was a free pattern and the designer had a knit along video, which I was like, yes. So part of the reasons why I would quit before was because I would get to part of the instructions and I didn't understand what the hell they were saying. And I would just be like, oh, forget it. And I would just give up. But I figured, well, if I have a video, right, I could just like go to the part that confuses me and watch the video. So that's really what I did. And I was so excited that I was able to actually finish it. Like I actually finished it. And I had long sleeves and a cuff and I didn't finish, I didn't do the long sleeve version, but that's just because I ran out of yarn and I didn't want to buy anymore. So I just made it like a little short sleeve and then did a rib band, which adorable. I loved it. Loved the sweater. Very accomplished. I felt amazing. And I guess just the feeling of actually finishing a project got me hooked. So I have literally been doing nothing but downloading knitting patterns, going crazy on my iPad, okay? And following all of these knitting accounts and buying yarn, and child, is out of control. It's out of control right now. My Amazon cart right now has like a yarn winder and all kinds of stuff in it because that's usually what happens, right? When I pick up a new hobby, just like shoes, when I start making shoes, I bought all the things I need, I buy. So I'm sort of doing the same thing again now with knitting. So when I lived in LA and I was knitting, crocheting on and off, there were a ton of yarn shops that I could go to. And they were amazing. I loved going in there and getting really great quality yarn, which now I think back was just a waste because I didn't do nothing with them. But now there's new intent. Okay, now I'm finishing projects. So I wanted to find local yarn shops here in Atlanta. So I did a little Google search yesterday and I found two that weren't too far from me. So I went today. The hubby happily drove me to look at these yarn shops. And I was so excited. I had the best time and I was so excited about it. And I had posted that I was going to go visit yarn shops today. So some of my followers tagged me in other shops here. Some are a little further away, like in Alpharetta, but I'll take the drive. I don't care. So I'm really looking forward to, visiting more local stores. So the ones that I went to today, the very first one I went to is called Max and Herb. And it was so cute, y'all. It was so cute and colorful and all this beautiful, colorful yarn everywhere. And it was so much like bright light in the store. And the lady who helped me, her name was Sharon, was like awesome. I chatted her up. I asked her a bunch of questions. She was so great. I know for sure. I know for sure I'm gonna be going to that store again. So I bought some stuff. I bought some stuff at Max and Herb, and then I went to another store, which I'll show you in a bit, and bought some stuff there. So let me show you what I got at the first store. I went in there knowing sort of more or less what I was looking for and how many skeins I would need, or balls of yarn that I would need per project. So some I did by willy-nilly because just like fabric, I anticipate I'm gonna have a yarn stash. Um, but these were specific for projects. So I bought a couple of balls of this. This is organic cotton and merino wool, and it is dreamy. It is so dreamy, you guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to knit with this. So I got, I don't know, I think I got 4 of these. Then I got the same yarn, but in a different colorway. I got this one, and I got 4 of them. And then I also got 4 of this amazing cotton. It's 100% Peruvian Pima cotton, you guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Gorge. Like, so gorgeous. I got 4. And then I bought this because it came together like as a little duo set. And honestly, this is probably what I bought willy-nilly because I don't know what I'm going to make with this, but it was too good to pass up. Look how beautiful it is. And this is by Bitty Knits. And this is a hand-dyed yarn, so it's really gorgeous. I love, 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 love this little combo. And apparently it says that you can knit them together. So 2 strands, right? You use 1 strand of this one and then 1 strand of this one to knit. I'll figure something out for that. The second shop that I went to was much bigger. So Max and Herb is very much like very boutique-ish. It's small. They have good quality stuff, a pretty good selection for being a smaller store. But the next store I went to, which is Yarning for You, Yarning for You is the name of the store, was a much bigger store, still very, very boutique-ish, but much bigger. And they had a lot of stuff. Like, they had a lot of stuff, and it was all gorgeous, and I wanted to just buy everything in the store. Like, literally, I just wanted to buy everything. But I didn't. I did not buy everything. I did buy some linen cotton yarn because I have this tank. That's the first thing I'm going to knit up is this tank that I have in Knit Pattern. And the designer also has a knit along for that one. So that's why I'm going directly into that one, because I just want a little more knit along before I just feel like I can just do one by myself. So this one is called Line, and it's absolutely amazing. It's a cotton and linen blend. Let me see if I can show you the name. And I love this color. It's sort of like a natural color. And then I loved it so much that I bought a second colorway in this gorgeous, like, baby lavender color. So gorgeous. Love. So I bought another 5 of those. And then I bought myself, it's called Tweety. These are hand-dyed yarns. But look at it. Like, get into it. Look at this. Look at this. Gorgeous. Oh my God, I love this so much. Look how beautiful it is. So I bought 3 of those. Now these are much pricier, but hand-dyed yarn is always more expensive. Like, these I think were like $7, where this is like 33 bucks. But I cannot wait to knit it up because it feels amazing and has that beautiful, like, colorful tweed vibe. So that's everything that I got. That's my haul, my yarn store haul today. super excited and I can't wait to show you guys what I am making. And if you have any questions about anything I mentioned in this video, leave it in the comments below. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.